Alright folks, welcome back. I've got a new tutorial for you today. This is going to be a entryway using a key card. I have done the calibrated entryway before in a different video, but I've seen a lot of comments requesting key card entryways, and in a future video I might make a button, like 3x3 panel that uses a code to enter a doorway. If you guys want to see that, go ahead and leave a comment for me, let me know, and then I'll get started right away. I'd also like to apologize for the hiatus in creating videos. I have some real life events occurring, and so it's taken up some of my time, but I will continue to try to get some videos pumped out for you guys. Alright guys, so let's just get right into it. Here we've got our building already set up here to give you an example of it. Just a small building, and it's got diamonds, emeralds, stuff like that inside of there. You can't just open it by clicking on the door. You will have to open the door using a specific key card. So we will go ahead and grab our key card. In this case, it is a piece of paper labeled as key card, but it does not have to be a piece of paper. It can literally be anything you want. We'll go over that whenever we do the tutorial. So we'll just insert it in the dropper on the side, and we'll press the button, and then the door will open. And what's cool about this design is that the door will remain open until you walk through it, and then you step on the pressure plate. That'll send a signal back to close it, and then you've got your key card in the chest here. So door's closed, and then this chest is a key card return chest. And then we've got, obviously in the back here, our emeralds and diamonds and so on and so forth. And so we will go ahead and get into the building tutorial of it. And so stick around if you'd like to see that. If not, thanks for coming by, checking out the video. Have a great day. Alright guys, we're going to get right into building this tutorial here. So start off, you will need a door, you will need any type of button, you will need 3 droppers, 3 hoppers, 2 redstone comparators, 3 redstone repeaters, 1 redstone torch, 3 redstone dust, 1 chest. You will need any type of pressure plate, doesn't have to be the stone one, but that's what I'm going to be using in this tutorial. And then you will need building blocks of your choice. As far as the key card mechanism making it work, you're going to need 1 anvil, you're going to need two of your item of choice that will unlock the door itself, and then you will need 21 just any block that is stackable up to 64 that we will rename in order to keep the hoppers locked so that the door doesn't open to just any items. So once we have all those, we will just get started here. We'll grab some building blocks, and then we'll start with the droppers and the hoppers and a chest. Alright, so what we're going to do first to start is take our door, and we're going to just place it somewhere where we know we want our entryway to be, and then we're going to go from that door over 3 blocks, and you can do this on the other side of the door. You don't have to do it on the left side. It's just what we're going to do in the tutorial today. On the other side of the blocks here, on this last block, you're going to take a dropper and place it where the face will spit into the building here on the back side so that your front face looks just like that. Then we're going to take our button and just go ahead and place it on the dropper. You will need to shift click in order to place it, otherwise it'll just open up the dropper when you right click. Alright, so from here we're going to take our hoppers and we're going to run them into a chest as a return line. So to begin, we'll just have 1 hopper running into the dropper here. These are all going to end up changing, but we're going to run them this way like that. Then we're going to place a chest right here on this side, and this will be where your key cards get returned to you. So now that we have our chest in place, we can break these hoppers and instead run them from the chest back over to the dropper, so that when the key card goes into the dropper, you press the button, then it'll go from the hopper into the chest, right? So from here we want to take a building block and place it next to the hopper here. We want to grab a comparator and redstone repeaters, some redstone dust, and our torch. from the top hopper here right next to the dropper, we're going to place a comparator so that whenever something goes into the hopper, it sends a signal into the comparator, which we will then reroute to where we want it. Alright, so you should be looking something like this for now. Now we'll take our building blocks and we will place the comparator here next to it with a redstone dust coming out of it, and then another building block with another redstone dust on top of that. And then we're going to take our redstone repeater and we're going to place it on the ground level next to the comparator's block so that it's going to end up being under the hoppers here. Right, and then we're going to take another building block, place it right there underneath the corner hopper, and then we're going to take a redstone torch and place it underneath the first hopper coming out of the dropper. So now what's going to happen is this is our little clock mechanism. When the key card goes into the hopper, it will then send a signal all the way through here into these blocks and then turn off the redstone torch, which will allow the door to open. So from here we can break these blocks temporarily, and we want to grab 2 more droppers. We're going to just break the blocks underneath here and here, and we're going to make a dropper face this way, away from the redstone torch, and then another dropper facing into the first dropper here, like that. So if I were to break these, you can see the faces right here in the middle, so they're facing each other. Okay, and then we can put our block back here like so. Now you just want to put any block you want into this first dropper. I'm just going to use a building block, doesn't really matter what it is. Alright, so we are almost finished here now. So now what we want to do is grab our comparator and repeaters, and we're going to have one comparator coming out of, we'll break these blocks here to make it a 2x2 next to the droppers. And you want a comparator coming out of the dropper here, underneath the first dropper, right, closest to the door, with a redstone dust running into the block that holds the door, so that when it gets powered, it will send one signal into the door, opening it. And then what we want to do is place a redstone repeater here and here, running into the first dropper, and then we will get our pressure plate and place it right here next to the door. And so when you step on the pressure plate, it's going to open the door. If it doesn't, you've done something wrong somewhere, so double check the steps. But now that that's done, we can kind of close up some of this here. Like so. Now when you go to close up where the return chest is, you don't want to put a building block on top of the chest. You can either just leave it open like that, which I don't recommend, you know, maybe put something like that, but the best thing to do here is grab some stairs, and then you're just going to place some upside down stairs right here so that the chest still opens, but you can't actually see in there all that well. Okay, so now that that part's done, we're basically finished up. All we need to do now is create our key card and put some items in the hoppers to prevent things from moving around. So we'll grab our anvil, we'll grab our dirt and our paper, and we'll just place the anvil on the side here. And what you're going to want to do is rename all of your, if you grab dirt, 21 dirt, you're going to rename these blocks to anything that's not already in the game, so that somebody can't break the code and get through. Like, it'll destroy your machine if you put too many of these in here. So I'm going to rename mine to unusable, as I always do. And then we're going to rename our paper, because we have 2 items, not necessarily paper, but 2 items of choice that will be our key card. I'm just going to name both of them key card so that I know they're my key cards, right? And so we'll come to the back side here, and in this first hopper, we're going to place 1 dirt here, 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 and then all 18 right there. You can split those up if you want. It doesn't have to be exactly like that, but for this tutorial, this is how we're going to do it. And then we're going to place our one key card in the first slot right there, so that you will see that if anybody tries to place anything else that's not the key card in the dropper and press the button, it will not open at all. And in fact, the item will not be removed from the dropper. Now, if we put our key card in the dropper, this should work just fine. So we'll press the button, and then the door opens just like that. And it will remain open, as I said before, until you walk through it and step on the pressure plate. And then don't forget to get your return key card here. There are other ways of setting this up to where there's like a dropper that spits out your key card back at you, but your door will open and close pretty quickly. I don't really like that method, so I'm gonna leave mine like this. And then you can close off this redstone area here and then decorate your room however you like and keep your items safe from your friends. And then that is pretty much our tutorial for today. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you learned something, please leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. Let me know in the comments if there's anything specific you'd like to see me try to build. Or if you have any suggestions for my builds, I'm always open to new ways to build them and design them. So I do appreciate your time, and once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, as there will be more content in the future for you. Have a great day.